Well, hello, welcome to Beginning Guitar Lesson 8. And I want to cover today two chords, and one is the A minor chord and the other is a simple A7. And I'm trying to do chords that are simple and easy to learn. We don't need to complicate anything at this point. I am illustrating today on a 12 string. And the point of that is if all you have available to play is a 12 string, you certainly can learn on that. It plays just like a standard guitar. Your G chord, your C chord, your D chord, they're all the same. And you're just pressing down two strings with one finger at once because they're next to each other. The tuning is in octaves, etc. But all you need to know is the chord shapes are exactly the same on a 12 string, and you can strum it the same way. Now there are techniques to playing a 12 string that more advanced players use, but we're not dealing with that right now. So basic to say, that's fine. So I'm just using it to illustrate the A minor and A7 chords today. Let's start with the A minor chord. Your first finger on the first fret, the second string. Obviously I know it's two strings, but I'm just going to count it as one. Your second finger on the fourth string, second fret. I should hit the right string. There you go. And your third finger on the second fret, third string. There's your A minor chord. That's what it sounds like. And so work with that, and it comes in handy if you're going from a C to an A minor. Sometimes you go from a G to an A minor, an E minor to an A minor, but you'll see that chord shows up in the key of G. And that's what we're working on, chords that are used in the key of G. And so practice that and get comfortable with where your A minor is and memorize it. Now, the next chord is similar. It's an A7, and it's a very basic A7, a simple two-finger chord that you can use. And you can use it in place of an A at times. And so we're just going to learn that. We're not going to worry about the A chord right now. That can develop later, but this will get you by as you're playing in the key of G, because the A7 is often used as a lead-in chord to your D7. So it'd be, and it does like that. So let's talk about how that shape is. And I play it with my second finger. You can use your first finger if you like. But I tend to use my second finger, and I would take my second finger on the fourth string, the second fret, and then I'd skip the G string, the third string. I'm going to skip that, and I'm going to put my third finger on the second string, the B's, second string, second fret, and then there's my A7. Practice that, and then if you really want to practice going from there to a D7, and then back to a G. And you can already hear that that's the basis of a lot of different songs. So those are the chords, and I just, like I say, practice 15 minutes a day or more if you like, but at least 15 minutes a day. Set aside that time, and then you'll be surprised how much you can grow in that short amount of time. Hope you enjoy this lesson, and in the next lesson, we're going to talk about this capo thing. We move up and down the neck to make keys. And using all the chords that I've already taught, you can play in 5 different keys by working up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 keys. You can go higher, 6, 7. Some people do. On this particular instrument, I wouldn't take my capo higher than that. It starts to fit too tightly, and I don't want to mar the guitar. So 5th is the best, and that's because I'm using a 12-string capo here, but others are different. So that's for next lesson. Hope to get it done next week, depending on my schedule. Till then, the Lord bless you, and I hope you enjoy learning to play the guitar.